Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Monday. It's time for our Arts and Crafts segment. Tracy Marceron from Between Friends Art Center joins us here, and we are talking decoupage, you tell me.
Yes. Mostly people picture decoupage as cutting out one picture, slapping it onto a board or a slate or something like that, and sealing over it, and that's decoupage. I like to add an element of collage into it. So collage would be just cutting up a variety of pictures or backgrounds and putting them all together to compose one plate. And so, for example, my uncle loves all different types of beer. He collects beer bottles and beer cans. Okay. So I did a plate with all the different labels, one at a time. And when you do reverse decoupage on a clear plate, you're going to do it opposite of how you normally would build up the collage. Instead, you're going to start with your topmost pictures and work backwards. So you have to remember that, that the first picture you put on there, everything else is going to have to go around that. You can't put anything else on top once that first picture is glued down. So just make sure you wash your clear plate really well first with soap and water. Don't use Windex because what's in Windex will keep the Mod Podge from sticking. And I generally apply the Mod Podge to the surface rather than to the picture when I'm doing reverse. So one source of really good, cute pictures.
And you put these on the back of the plate.
Right. Would be an old book. This is a calendar, so it's no good as a calendar anymore. But it's got great little pictures in it. So cut out a variety of pictures, and then you're going to, I used matte Mod Podge because these are so glossy, you don't need to put gloss Mod Podge on them. And then you're just going to apply a little bit to the plate, a thin coat, one direction. I use a foam brush, it applies it really nice and evenly, and then just put the picture on and smooth it in all directions. So I'll let you smooth that while I talk about these eggs. These beautiful little lightweight collage eggs are done with tissue paper. So you can use actually a napkin or the thin tissue paper that you sometimes get when you purchase something somewhere and they wrap it in that, save that. And then you're just going to cut tissue paper into a strip and then cut the strip into little triangles. And again, apply the Mod Podge to the egg.
And this is just a plastic egg
one of those
that you
cheap,
find all over the place at Easter.
Exactly, and these come out so pretty. And apply it to the seam of the egg, and then apply that little triangle along the seam, and you just keep going. I kind of cheat and coat a whole bunch of the egg and then put a whole bunch of pieces on. When you finish with that, you'll have some bumps all over the egg where all the pieces have come together, and you just simply take that, roll that in your hand,
and that will roll out the
and it
bumps.
just mushes all the bumps down. It comes out nice and smooth, and then
You're not going to open them again.
Never well, you could. You actually could take a craft knife and you could cut right along that. You barely see the seam, but if you keep putting pieces on that seam, the seam goes completely away. You could take a craft knife and cut that open, though. And then you've got something that's actually kind of, decorative. Could be kept out year long if you had the right colors.
Out of something you go, what am I going to do with this?
Well, yeah, I mean, those are great for little kids, but afterwards you end up with a whole bunch of them, and then this is a decoration you can actually put out somewhere.
That's great.
Yeah, so.
Anything happening at the theater?
We have, this Thursday night, we have a fundraiser for heating assistance for the homeless and for homeless shelters. And 3 bands playing Thursday night, and Saturday night we have the band Neva, which is bluegrass. So if you like music, come check out Next Generation Theater this week.
And that's 39 Center Street in Brewer.
Right.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thanks, Wayne.